Hey, what's up guys? Today I thought I'd do a guide on power cluing because I get asked about it daily now and it's really starting to get annoying. So I'm just gonna do a little guide on it. Alright, so basically the whole idea behind power cluing is just to knock off as many easy clues as possible in a short amount of time. So where you get the clues is from the ham members, and I'll show you how to do that. There's an efficient way to do this, and I believe this is the best way. I don't know anybody else that does it this way, but I believe this is the best way. Here, we'll just start running there. You just follow where I am. I'm just in front of Lumbridge Castle. The only requirements to get here is 15 thieving to pickpocket the ham members. Alright, so basically what you're going here is you're probably going to knock off 5 or 6 clue scrolls an hour doing this way, sometimes more, sometimes less, depends on how lucky you get with the pickpocketing. But yeah, the things you're only really going for is pages and trimmed armor. Other than that, everything else is really worthless. The teleports do start to build up though, so you're going to want to keep those. Alright, so you're just going to walk that path I just walked, and you're going to come down to this trap door and hit pick lock. Don't even, just leave it for a bit, and eventually you go down the door. Alright, now I'll just go over what you're going to need in your inventory for this. Alright, you're going to need all the teleports you could possibly imagine to get to any place. All these tabs could be replaced with runes. This is all the teleport jewelry I have. Dueling, Glory, Games Necklace, and Vex. Those will all get me pretty much anywhere in Runescape I need to. Alright, and then you're also going to need a spade for the digging crews and a full inventory of a disposable item. For example, logs that could be easily dropped or lit. They just have to be something that you wouldn't worry if you lose. Now, the whole idea behind this is many people would just be pickpocketing the ham to get the clue scrolls, but then what happens, you have to drop everything in your inventory. If you have something filling your inventory like this, it just goes straight on the ground and you just pick it up from there, and it reduces all the time of dropping all the items. So when you're down here, you're going to want to look for the non-armored members, and they'll be the ones that have the pickpocket option. And you're going to want to look for the ones with the skin showing in your belly. Those will be the women, and you're just going to want to pickpocket them. Sometimes you'll get a clue scroll right away. You'll just want to watch on the ground under you. They'll be pretty obvious when you get them, but like they stick out an awful lot. So what I think I'm going to do here is fast forward the video until I get a clue. It usually takes 1 to 5 minutes. But yeah, so I'll just fast forward through here. Alright, one more thing guys. If you ever, once in a while, I think it's about every 5 pickpockets, once you get caught, you'll get knocked out anywhere around the ham camp. You're always very close to the camp or inside a jail cell. That's never really a concern. It's a bit of a pain. You'll have to go back in, but usually just holds you back a bit. But usually you'll get the clue before you're knocked out once or twice, so it's not too much of an inconvenience. So I'll just keep fast forwarding the video until I get a clue. Alright guys, and this is just a situation where if you get knocked out, you'll be thrown in jail, and you're still in the ham camp you're just in, but as you can see there's a jail cell door. You're just going to want to click pick lock here, and it'll be the same thing as the trap door. You guys might have to try a couple times, and you'll get out eventually. Alright, just letting you know what's going on there. So yeah, we'll fast forward until we get a clue. Alright guys, another noteworthy thing just while we're here. The Slayer staffs are something you also want to pick up. They're worth about 11k, and if you spend as much time cluing here as I would, they really do build up. So what you do is you just get rid of one of your logs, pick up the Slayer staffs, and they do build up, so you just have to remember that. Alright, so again, we'll fast forward until I get a clue. This is really taking a lot longer than it usually does, but sometimes it happens right away, and sometimes it will take 10-20 minutes. It's just all about your luck. Alright guys, we just got a clue scroll. If you have a keen eye, you could sort of pick it out there on the ground, but they usually do get confused a lot with notes. But it is under there, so what you're just going to do is you can pick up, what you do is you get rid of one of your logs first of all, or any other item you picked up. This is your disposable item, and you pick up the clue scroll, and this is where all the fun starts. Solving one of these buggers should only take you 5 minutes, depending on how many steps. There are 3 to 5 steps. If you have all the right equipment and whatnot, it should take you 5 minutes approximately. It's usually how long it takes me, but then again, I know all the locations and everything of all the maps, just because I've been doing this for so long. It's something you'll have to learn along the way. There's a guide online that shows you all the maps and all the riddles and everything, and I'll put the link to that in the description. But yeah, so to start off with that, what you want to do is hit read clue scroll, search crate near Carton Port Caherd. So that's the port right beside the, what's that quest called? Well, I'm not sure. Well, you watched Tower Port, and yeah, probably fast forward running there, just because this is probably the longest run from the location. So I'll probably fast forward while I'm running there. Alright, so we're just coming up on the crate. Like I said, this is probably one of the longest runs from the teleport, so it usually doesn't take this long. So it'll be this crate right here, and you're going to search that, and it'll say you found another clue. And basically the whole idea behind this is you just keep going and going until, so I know this is the wizard's tower. Now if you get a map like this, that's going to mean you're going to be digging, and you'll see X marks the spot, and really there's no other way to know this rather than looking at guides or whatnot that'll tell you where the exact spots are. So we'll just head to the wizard's tower now. Again, I'll probably fast forward me running through the whole thing. Alright, so we're here at the wizard's tower. So the X is usually a 4 square area. For example, here in the wizard's tower, it's this square, this square, this square, this square, this square. All those squares can be dug on to get the next clue. You'll get the scroll box. Open that, you'll get another scroll. So this has the potential of being the clue loot, because this will be the third step we look at, but it's rare that usually happens, but there is a chance. So search the drawers upstairs of a house in Cathbury, so we'll just go Camelot Port. Alright, so we're just coming up on the house, upstairs, and I think it's these drawers right here, I'm not sure though. Yeah, it's those ones. So we found another clue, so obviously it's either going to be 4 or 5 stepper. Search the crates outside the armor shop in East Dardage. So as you can see, most of these clues are straightforward, but there are some fairly vague ones, like you don't quite know what's going on in them. But there's always guides for that, and I mean there's not very many options that could come with easy clues, so it tends to be once you've done it for a few hours, you sort of learn all the steps. So these are the crates that said the armor shop, so this has potential to be the loot, so we'll see. And there we go, we got, see, like always, your loot's just going to be not very good, and you have that chance of getting better loot. So what you're going to want to do when you get your loot is you check if there's anything high value. If there isn't, I'd usually just drop it, it's a waste of inventory space. And you want to go back to Lumbridge, and you just run back to the ham place, and you keep repeating the process. The idea is you don't want to bank or anything. I usually just like to let my loot build up until all my logs are gone, and then once all my logs are gone and I have a full inventory of loot, then I usually go sell them, and then usually per trip, and it usually takes me about an hour and a half to fill the whole inventory. Depending on how lucky I get, I come out with at least 5 mil. I mean, it's pretty efficient process, and it's really laid back. I still enjoy doing it considering how long I've done that. And one thing that I hadn't covered was in some of the clue scrolls, there's where it says do an emote wearing a certain thing, and the idea behind that is you just go somewhere, put on 3 items, and then you'll do an emote. And you should build up a tab in your bank, which is just all clue scroll items, so you don't have to go buy them in the G every time. Here, hold on, I just have to enter my bank pin. I'll pause. Alright, so as you can see, this is my clue scroll tab right here, and this is all the items you'll ever need for the clue scroll emotes. So the whole idea behind this is I never have to go to the G and buy everything I'll need. I have everything right here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this guide. If you have any comments or anything on it, would you like to know anything, you can message me on YouTube, Runescape, Elite Pwn Nub. Yeah, so I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.